Guys, welcome back to my kitchen. If you're new here, you're welcome here. So today guys, I'll be showing you a very tasty Nigerian jollof recipe. There are a million and one ways you can make Nigerian jollof rice, but I personally find this method very easy and you can be assured of a very tasty, super yummy and very delicious outcome. To begin with, here are the ingredients I'll be using. I have tomato puree, Knorr Seasoning cubes, Onga Seasoning, onions, 2 bell pepper, 4 Scotch Bonnet pepper. If you don't have an eye tolerant for pepper, you can reduce the Scotch Bonnet pepper to suit your taste for. So moving on, I have dry thyme, salt, 2 cans of tomatoes, and for this recipe I'm using 4 cups of rice. I have washed the rice and I've kept it aside. I'm going to be blending out my tomatoes, peppers and onions, which I'll be using later on. To have a smooth and quick blend, I like to cut the onions and pepper into small pieces before throwing in the blender. Next, I'm cutting 3 small onions into small pieces and I'm just going to set it aside. You can cut the onions whichever way you like because at the end of the day it's going to get lost in the jollof rice. Using a lot of onions also helps to add more flavors to your jollof rice. Next, I'm adding some vegetable oil into a preheat pot and allowing it to heat up. Now that the oil is well heated, I'm adding all the chopped onions into the oil and I'm going to saute the onions till it becomes translucent. Now I'm going to be seasoning the onions using onga. I always like to season onions, especially when cooking jollof rice. This always had a nice flavor and aroma to the dish. Now that the onions are properly sauteed, I'm going to be adding tomato puree and I'm going to let it fry for about 6 to 8 minutes. Frying it helps to remove the bitter taste of uncooked puree and gives it a nice smoky flavor. You will know that it's properly fried when the tomato puree starts to stand on its own and you can see the oil bubbling right on top of it. Now I'm going to be adding in the tomato pepper blend and I'm just going to transfer everything into the pot and stir. Now I'm just going to leave it to cook together with the puree for about 8 minutes. Time to season. Here I'm adding some seasoning cubes, a little bit of water, salt, 1 spoon of dry thyme and 4 bay leaves. Just giving it a proper stir and I'm just going to leave it to cook for another 8 minutes. Now it's time to add the pre-washed rice. Just giving it a proper stir to ensure that the rice is properly coated with the sauce. Now I'm just going to add a little bit more water, just a little bit above the rice to ensure the rice is properly cooked. Before I cover the pot with the lid, I'm going to cover it up with foil paper, using the dull side to face the food. Why I'm using foil paper is because it helps to trap the steam inside the pot so that the rice can cook properly. Now I'm going to cover it up and I'm going to leave the jollof rice to cook on a very low heat. It's the steam that actually cooks the rice, not the heat. So you want to reduce the burner to the lowest. So the jollof rice has been cooking on a low heat for 20 minutes and this is how it looks. And I'm just going to be stirring it from the bottom up and leave it to cook for another 20 minutes. After 40 minutes on low heat, this is how the jollof rice looks. You can see that the water is all dried up now, but the texture of the rice is still a bit hard for me, so I'm going to leave it to cook. After cooking on a low heat for about an hour, 10 minutes, the jollof rice is ready. Yes! There are a million ways you can cook jollof rice, but I find this method very easy and I can assure you the taste is super yummy and delicious. That will be all for today guys. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Till next time.